Alright guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today we're doing another bulk meat video. Now you guys know if you watched any of our previous videos that we love to go to Sam's Club, buy our meat in bulk just because it's so much cheaper, especially by the case. When you start getting the case, that's where things just really change. Now, this is not the cheapest option we get, but it's one of my personal favorites. There's nothing better than sitting down to watch UFC with some actual bone-in wings. I love wings. It's just one of my favorite things. So we're going to talk about the pricing model on this. We're going to talk about how you process them because you would not believe how many people are afraid to process full-size wings. So I'll show you how my wife can knot them and as well as break them down because I love drummies. She loves the actual wing sides. So she breaks them down. We throw them in the roasting pan, a little sauce, and you're ready to go. So to start off, let's talk about pricing here. Now you can go to the store and buy one of these, but you're going to pay a lot more. Now you'll pay way more if you bought the pre-broke down wings.
Yes.
So what I do want to show you though, is if you buy in the case, you're going to get 6 in this box. All right, and I believe, honey, they're how much a pound?
$2.88 a pound.
Now mind you, that's in our area. Every area is going to be a little bit different. Now, how much is the weight on this box?
So this box had 37.30 pounds.
And that was 6 of these packs in it. So we just break them down and throw them into the freezer. That's the one benefit about this is you can just pull them out. I cook the whole pack at a time. I guess you could probably break them down and freeze them into smaller amounts if you have a smaller family. But for us, wings never last long. So, honey, let's go ahead and get started here. Break this open. And then if you could just take a moment and show us how you knot them up. All right?
Okay.
So don't be afraid to do this, guys. This is so easy.
So all you're going to do is you're going to take the wing just like this. And all you do is you tuck the end wing behind the drummy.
All right?
Just like that.
So now it's all folded up. And then when you go to cook it, you set it on your roasting pan or your air fryer, whatever you're using, flat. And it leaves an air space under here, which makes it way easier for it to cook, especially in an oven on a cookie sheet with some foil down. But then we just season the top, or you just cook them like that, pop them out, pop them back apart. You can really pick them up and eat them like this. This is what our grandkids used to do all the time. Because you could just make that and the grandkid could just chew the whole thing.
So another thing to note is a lot of people like this little end wing because there's meat on it and stuff and they will actually eat that. But we don't like that.
No.
So you can also cut them up so that if you're picky eaters and one likes to eat the drum and the other one likes to eat the other side, you can just divide them. So I'll show you how I do it the easy way. I use a pair of scissors.
Now she's got a trash can right here below her. You guys can't see.
So you can see right there where the bend is.
Right there's the joint, the knuckle.
And all you're going to do is use your scissors and cut it right off into the trash. And then you do the same thing here. See where the joint is? And it doesn't have to be exact. Just like that.
So basically you're going right under the knuckle because this is the drummy. You're going right under the knuckle. And you do not want to cut too far into the double bone of the wing. You want to go right through the joint. Now she's using, you can use meat scissors. You can use a knife. But these are actually stainless steel garden shears, and it's got that special dip there. So if you get in that dip and go like that, it cuts through them pretty easily.
Great.
Honestly. And then all we do is take these and we'll lay them out on a rack, and she'll just tear through this. So I'll let her get started, and I'll start loading up the rack with these. So all I'm using is just the interior pan of a roasting pan, a freestanding roasting pan. And then I'm going to just lay them in here. I'm not putting any spray on them. I'm not doing anything. And then they will cook. They will drip down. And honestly, if you leave them till they start to brown up pretty good, or even you broil them at the end, then you can go ahead and just pull them out, sauce, and be done. Now, if you want to, you could actually go ahead and just dip these as you go to bread them. It's not a necessity though. We honestly have been completely accepting of some good old Frank's buffalo. And that's the only thing we really toss them in when we're done. We just put them in Tupperware and toss them. But you're seeing how fast she's breaking through these.
Oh.
Missed that one.
So I just counted them.
Okay.
And there is 19 full wings here. So you're going to get approximately 38 to 40 sections.
Yep. So when you think about it, you're getting 40 wings. Go price out 40 wings and what that costs. And then this pack was something like 6 or 7 pounds, honey?
Yeah, this pack was 6 pounds and 6.15 pounds.
Okay. So 6.
So just over 6 pounds.
But at $2.88 a pound, go do the math on that, and you'll quickly see that it's pretty amazing how much money you're saving. Because buying these traditional bone-in wings, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's insanely expensive. Don't even get me started on going out to eat for them, because that's even more expensive.
This is the way to do hot wings and stuff if you are real into wings.
And also, if you've got like family coming over, this is an easy way to make a bunch of hot wings for an extremely low price. Or if you're having a barbecue,
Yes.
these would be great for a barbecue. And you can see how fast she's knocking these out, guys. This doesn't take much to do. That's the beauty of the meat scissors. I can do it with a knife, and I can kind of feel the joint better, so and they pop right apart. But generally speaking, I think the meat scissors cut it actually cleaner and do less breaking.
Yeah, but don't be afraid to cut them up. I mean, if you don't like this little tail of them. Super easy.
Well, if you've got children, I'd say that the first thing you should do is do it this way and give the kids the drummies, because they love those. Now, the fold method works well if you got grandkids that are a little older and just like to chew on it, because they'll just grab that whole thing and just ar, ar, ar.
A lot of people like the fold method for like broasted too.
Yes. Yep. And it's also, kind of what you're going to do with them is how you want to process them. But you guys can see real time. This takes no time. So if you have ever been afraid to try to process chicken wings, you didn't buy them because you thought it's too much work, this is how simple it literally is. These are some meaty ones. We're running out of room in here.
They normally are pretty meaty ones that they have there.
That's the other thing is, if you guys don't want a case, you can go anywhere and get them. But the price at Sam's for these is actually better than most of our local stores, though, honestly, unless they're on sale. Now, if you do want to get a case, the trick about it is, when you're at Sam's or even Costco, go in and push the buzzer.
In the meat department.
In the meat department. And then tell them what you want. You want a case of chicken wings. That's how you got to get it. They're not sitting out to where you can just pick them up.
Yes, you have to ask for it.
You just go in there and ring. There's a meat buzzer right by the door and just say, I want a case of this or a case of that. But literally, it's that simple. We just processed that entire pack. It's all in here, ready to go. We just throw it in there, set it on 400 for about an hour, I think it is. And boom, we're done. We'll pull them out, toss them in some Frank's, and be good to go for a great evening watching pay-per-view, UFC, game, whatever's on. You can't beat it for the price. $2.88 a pound. You can have your own wing night. So, with that said,
affordable.
If you haven't already, and I don't know why you wouldn't have, go down, hit subscribe, because you want to see more videos like this. Let us know down in the comments what the wings cost around you. I'd love to hear about it. Some of our other videos, we've been catching people talking to us about like the chuck roll and how much it costs at Costco or how much it costs in their area. I've heard people in Arizona telling me that they're like upwards of like $7 compared to our $5.48.
Oh my gosh.
So they really do range in prices, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So hit us up down in the comments, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Cook my
Cook
wings.
my wings.
No, cook my wings. I'm hungry. Jeez.